Hey friends, welcome back to Food Prep Guide. We are back with another mix in a jar, and today is all about enchilada sauce. So we're going to be making a big batch, a multi-batch, putting it all in 1 quart jar. 1 quart jar is going to hold about 4 batches of this sauce, and 1 batch is equivalent to the traditional size can of enchilada sauce at the store. I want to say it's 10 ounces, maybe 12 ounces. But this 1 jar mix will make about 4 of those cans, and then when you're ready to make enchilada sauce, you just scoop out the amount of mix that you need, which we will talk about. So let's get started. To start this recipe, we need 1.5 cups of tomato powder, and I was grabbing some and realized that's pretty much all I had left. I had to combine 2 different batches. So I wanted to quickly discuss the color variation because it's just something to know about tomato powder. So this is tomato powder that's made from dehydrating tomato sauce, and this is straight up sliced tomatoes that were then freeze dried. And I believe this variety was my Cherokee purple tomatoes. So obviously tomatoes come in different hues, different shades, different depths of color. But you're also going to get a much more truly red color if you make tomato powder out of dehydrating tomato sauce, which I do that regularly because it's a lot cheaper doing it that way than buying tomato powder already made up for you. So I just wanted to very briefly mention that. So to that tomato powder, that's 1.5 cups, we need 1/2 cup of chili powder. And then we're going to follow that with 1/2 cup of flour. I'm going to just wipe out this cup real quick. This is what's going to thicken the sauce whenever we go to cook it later on. So 1/2 cup of flour. And then we need about 1/4 cup of dehydrated onion. You can use the dried minced onion that are like super duper thin, that's commonly available at the grocery store, or your own dehydrated or freeze dried onions. I'm going to be kind of just eyeballing it, about 1/4 cup with freeze dried. Your volume is always a little bit more. So if you're dehydrating, you'll want to use more. If you're using freeze-dried ingredients, you'll want to use slightly less. And that's because dehydrating shrinks by almost 50%, and freeze-dried foods pretty much retain their same volume. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of crush these onions into the jar. Freeze-dried foods crush very easily. I want it to still be kind of chunky. Don't want onion powder, but also crushed up just a little bit. Okay, so that's 1/4 cup of your dehydrated onions and 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is just to help offset the very sharp flavor of tomato powder. And to that we'll add 4 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to that we'll add 4 teaspoons of garlic powder. Ooh, that cumin smells strong. 2, 3, and 4, and then 4 teaspoons of smoked paprika. I do highly recommend sticking with smoked and not just regular, because that smokiness adds the flavor that enchilada sauce really kind of calls for. So 4 teaspoons of that, and then we'll do some salt and pepper. So 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of pepper. Then we'll just put a lid on it and shake it up good. Love how pretty though, how pretty it looks. Kind of wish it could sit on my shelf not shaken. But that wouldn't taste very good. So to make up one batch of enchilada sauce, which is essentially one can at the store, we're going to need 3/4 cup of this mixture. So you can see how 1 quart jar will last quite a while. At least 4 batches. I think it's in between 4 and 5 batches, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. Okay, let's make this up. To start, we will heat up 2 tablespoons of olive oil, although use whatever kind of oil you like. Next, we'll add 3/4 cup of the mix that we just made. And we're going to basically toast this in that hot oil for about 2 minutes. It's going to basically toast the spices and give it that signature enchilada sauce flavor. Once those spices are toasted, we'll go ahead and add 2½ cups of water. And we're going to bring this up to just a light simmer and then cook it at that stage for about 10 minutes. We've just hit the simmering stage, so I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes and then come and stir this every couple minutes, noting that we leave the lid off so that evaporation can occur and it can get nice and thick. It's been just after 10 minutes and we're ready for the final step, which is to add about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and then immediately remove it from heat. I know that might sound a little strange, but this really brings out the tang of the enchilada sauce. And it does cool a little bit. It thickens a little bit as it cools. So I'll pour it and show you how thick it is in just a second. This recipe will be in Mixin' Jars Volume 2 cookbook. The giveaway is still open. That link is in the description box below, or you can comment enchilada, and I will respond to your comment with a direct link to the giveaway entry page. And here's what it looks like after it has cooled for a bit. I hope that was helpful to y'all. Don't forget to enter the giveaway if you haven't already. And we will see you next time. Bye.